Muted.
Welcome, everyone, to another fun-filled, exciting show. This is episode 348. I am one of your hosts, Brian Bacchus.
I'm the other, Jamal Smith. Our third, Tony Bailey Rains, will probably be joining us a little later. And to stay with our new format, we're going to jump right into the announcements right now. So this segment is brought to you by Dina Fire. Let's start again. This segment is brought to you by Dina Fire Law. Impacted by the Eaton fire? Well, don't wait. Protect your rights today. If you haven't hired a fire lawyer yet, visit dinafirelaw.com and complete your claim form now. You get a free consultation with no upfront cost and no fees unless you win. Again, visit dinafirelaw.com and take action today. All right, let's jump right into just a reminder about the FEMA individual assistance related to the 2025 wildfires and windstorms. The deadline and when all this ends is July 9th. So get your claims in because you're probably going to have to do some appeals. So you're going to have time to do your appeals as well. So get the claims and appeals in as soon as possible. And you can actually get assistance from NLSLA. They are available via telephone at 800-433-6251 or online at nlsla.org. And they're also at the Collaboratory, along with a couple other groups that can help out with your FEMA claims. The Collaboratory is at 540 West Woodbury Road in Altadena. And then, as we mentioned before, the Project Passion's Freedom Shop for Eaton Fire survivors is available. It is by appointment only. They have Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 to 4, but they also have Saturdays. So there's one coming up tomorrow from 9 to noon. They're located at 1609 Navarro Ave in Pasadena. And to book your appointment, you can scan the QR code on the bottom of the flyer, or you can go to calendly.com/Project Passion Inc. And that's all one word and all capitalized. Right, so Dina Teen Center, along with the Boys and Girls Club of Pasadena, has the Keystone presents their Parents' Night Out. This is a fun, supervised evening for kids while parents enjoy a night off. Fundraising supporting the Keystone Leadership Program and Summer Conference Trip. This is taking place tonight from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at 2020 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Pasadena. If you'd like to RSVP, as well as to get additional information, you could scan the QR code. Just one moment, I'm a cough. Sorry about that. In addition, if you'd like more information about this event, you can reach out to Natalie Torres at 626-449-9100, extension 133. And then tomorrow, Dina Heals Wellness Center is providing another free yoga guided meditation or guided class guided by Yancy Cummins. The doors open at 9 a.m. with the class beginning at 9:15. This is at Paseo Outdoor Mall, 300 East Colorado Boulevard, Suite 151, in Pasadena. The yoga mats are provided and walk-ins are welcome, but they do suggest that you register. To register or RSVP, please go to bit.ly/D as in Dina, H as in heels, -yoga. Then the Pasadena Altadena Ivy Foundation and the Pasadena Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated are providing the Rebuild and Restore 90-minute restorative yoga session from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Robinson Park Recreational Center tomorrow. And that's located at 1081 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Pasadena. They do suggest that you wear comfortable clothes and invite space for harmony. This is for community members as well as first responders that were impacted by the Eaton fires, and it's for adults only, 18 years and older, and no child care is available. To register, please scan the QR code and enjoy this day. All right. So Take Action is putting on a free Rising Together Mental Wellness and Health Fair. It's happening tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at St. Elizabeth of Hungary Church. This is located at 1879 North Lake Avenue in Altadena. There's going to be mental wellness, community workshops, physical wellness, as well as mutual aid services. Please scan the QR code on your screen to register and to get additional information. And tomorrow is the final community workshop for the Reimagined Charles White Park Play area. It's your last chance to share your feedback. It's taking place at Fair Oaks Burger at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. All ages are welcome. There's no RSVP required, and lunch will be provided while supplies last. So please scan the QR code to actually get any additional information that you might need. Also tomorrow, Rhythms of the Village is presenting their Village Spring Fest. It's happening from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at John Muir High School. This is located at 1905 Lincoln Avenue in Pasadena. It's a multi-generational legacy honoring our past and inspiring our future. Celebrate, connect, and cultivate. There's going to be African culture, live music, kids activities, local vendors, and food from around the world. This is, in the past, been a very successful event, so if you have time, I think it'd be something you would enjoy. And then Hands in the Soil is having their 9th annual Soul Day. It's happening on Sunday, the 17th at Moonwater Farm, honoring the mother within, and you can get your tickets at handsinthesoil.com. It's honoring the spirit of care, creation, protection, and the life-giving wisdom carried through mothers, women, ancestors, and the nurturing spirit within us all. It's uplifting those who mother biologically, spiritually, communally, and culturally. All right. Now, looking into next week, on Saturday, May 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., remembering, honoring, and grieving together. There's the Eat and Fire Grief Walk. So you can register to attend a 1-hour walk through a walkthrough of 12 interactive processing stations. This is actually going to take place at Victory Bible Church at 1497 North Hill Avenue in Pasadena. To register and get additional info, please scan the QR code on the screen. Also next week will be the We Serve Wellness Community Health Mental Health event put on by Neighborhood Servants and several other groups. It'll be from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Lower Field at Loma Alta Park. You would join them for a fun community day celebrating and offering tools to expand your mental health. There'll be yoga, breath work, goodie bags, Tai Chi, face painting, regular painting, and much more. So to sign up, please scan the QR code on the screen. Also next week will be the Join Connect to Rise Inc. for the curated connections, walk, talk, breathe, and connect. It's happening from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the LA County Arboretum and Botanical Garden, located at 301 North Baldwin Avenue in Arcadia. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, the walk highlights the power of movement, fresh air, and human connection as simple yet meaningful ways to support your well-being. To register, you want to go to curated.connections.may.eventbrite.com. I'm sorry. Curated-connections-may.eventbrite.com. A couple more. So if you're an artist in the Altadena, Pasadena, LA, San Diego, and Las Vegas area, you're being invited to submit your work for the Penthouse Gallery Pasadena, which is an upscale private penthouse gallery experience benefiting Altadena Fresh Fresh Start Foundation. So selected artists will have the opportunity to showcase their work in a curated luxury gallery setting while supporting community restoration and uplift through the arts. To be considered as one of the selected artists, please contact 626-951-0551. And a little bit more information about this particular gallery. This next slide shows that the Penthouse Gallery Pasadena will have their grand opening weekend, Saturday, June 6th and Sunday, June 7th. Both days will be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, all proceeds will be benefiting Altadena Fresh Start Foundation. They'll have champagne mimosas and hors d'oeuvres served. There'll be original artwork available for purchase and selected pieces featured in an auction. To get your ticket, please scan the QR code on the screen. And once you do that, once you register and get your ticket, you'll be provided the actual location of the gallery. This should actually seem like a pretty nice event as well. If you want to see some artwork or get your artwork potentially showcased. Now to the last couple slides. We actually have, beginning tomorrow, the official start of the Altadena Talks Foundation, Neighbors Helping Neighbors Yard Cleanup Initiative. It's where we go to vacant lots that have been overgrown by weeds, and we have a series of volunteers that help clear these lots to help the owners of these lots not get citations or violation notices because of the overgrown weeds. Now, there's 3 different QR codes on the screen. The purple one is if you'd like to have your property added to the list of properties to be cleared. You can also go to altadenatalks.org/yard cleanup request. The orange QR code is the one for volunteers. Please scan that if you're interested in helping out. It could be for one weekend, or it could be, several different weekends through the course of all the different cleanup of the properties. You can also go to altadenatalks.org, yard cleaning volunteers. Now, if you add your property to the list, we ask that you actually come to your property to either volunteer because you're physically able to help clear the lot, or you can invite some other family members to attend to help out if you're not physically able to, but also just providing your support and maybe pointing out certain things that you may want to have kept, and maybe certain areas that you don't want to have cleared out or something like that. But please volunteer if you're available. The more volunteers we have, the more lots that can be done on any given day. And currently we have, as of yesterday, it was over 180 lots that are on the list. And that number is going to actually jump, we believe, exponentially, because tomorrow, being the kickoff, there's going to actually be some media there. And they're going to be, showing this information. So more and more people are going to be there and will probably add their properties to the list. So again, the more volunteers we have, the more properties, and the quicker more properties we can clear, and the quicker we can actually get all of them done. And lastly, I think one of the also pretty darn important ones is the donation tab or QR code. It's the green one. You can also go to altadenatalks.org/yard cleanup donations. Now, this is where you donate, and all the money is going to go for this project. And it can go to supplies like the yard bags, goggles, gloves. Googles, yes. It'll go to all that stuff, plus equipment, plus the batteries for the equipment, because all the tools that we're using are battery operated. It'll actually go to the gas to power the generators that are helping to recharge the batteries. It'll also go towards some refreshments, some water, some snacks for all those volunteers that are helping support this particular effort. So please, if you're able to donate, please scan the QR code and go to that link. And we thank our partners in this, Neighborhood Servants, Project Passion, My Tribe Rise. We really, really thank you for doing this. And I believe Dina Heals also, and all together. Thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to seeing you out there tomorrow, and then any subsequent weekend that we're actually doing this, because Tony's going to give us an update on that and tell us how things are going to go tomorrow and in the subsequent weeks. And then lastly, we have the Altadena Community Wellness and Recovery Series. This is something that will kick off next Saturday, May 23rd, with the Community Wellness kickoff as indicated. All of the 5 different events will take place at the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, located at 455 East Woodbury Road in Altadena. They'll all take place from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's free for everyone. Despite what that says on the flyer, it's free for everyone. However, gift cards are only available for Altadena residents, and you have to be able to prove that. So, but there will also be raffles for everyone, not just Altadena residents. So to register, you can go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen, or you can actually go to altadenatalks.org/wellness event. And to qualify, as we indicated before, for the gift card, you have to prove you are Altadena resident, and you can do so by uploading a copy of your driver's license or California ID. You can feel free to actually block out the number if you like, a copy of your utility bill, as well as anything related to the property that you're staying in, like a lease agreement or a copy of your mortgage statement. We thank our sponsor, Nadris Law Corporation, who's also Dena Fire Law, and as we mentioned, they sponsor our these announcements that I'm talking about, that I'm sharing now. And then if you have questions, you can reach out at 626-344-0279. And with that, I'm going to bring Brian back. And
so I wanted to elaborate on that flyer. It's free for everyone. However, if you want to get a raffle ticket, you must register. Even if you're not from Altadena and you want to attend. If you want to participate in receiving a gift card or prizes. Other than that, just come, enjoy yourself. We will have signups available at on location in case you are interested in getting a raffle ticket. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. You'll just have to sit there and watch everybody else win. Just going to tell you that right now. I'm not going to be having no shame because we've told you every day. And we've even changed the format of the way we make announcements so that you would get this stuff in the first 10, 15 minutes. So I have to address the elephant in the room when it comes to, you can take that flyer off now. Okay. Thank you. With so I share, and I'm gonna turn this music down just a tad because somebody complained the other day saying it was super loud.
Really?
And yeah, for some reason it is. I can hear it pretty loud in my thing. It's kind of weird.
I don't hear it at all.
I know, that's weird. We have to look at it later. So I share this podcast pretty much every time we do it to 60 to 65 different groups. Majority of them are Altadena groups or Pasadena groups or Sierra Madre groups. However, I am in a few other groups outside of the city, as in South Bay, Eye on Inglewood, News in Inglewood. And somebody came in earlier or yesterday and said, why are you posting things about Altadena in an Inglewood group? And I had to put things into context stating, we lost 6,000 homes. Those are 6,000 families that had to go and live wherever. 300 of these families live in Inglewood. So I'm sharing to the areas where I feel and believe that people are living because they can't exactly come to Altadena nor find out about things unless there's something like what we're doing is going on. So I am sorry if anyone is offended by what I'm doing, but I'm doing this for the betterment of my community to be able to keep them in the loop so that they will know, even no matter where they are. We have people all the way to Whittier, all the way down to San Pedro. I talked to a guy yesterday. He moved to San Pedro, and he doesn't like it, but he comes out here every day. And he wished somebody would have some information to push to San Pedro. Now that I know he lives there, I may see if there's a group that will allow me to share information on their group about our plight. so that people in that neighborhood that have joined the area want. Because let me tell you what happens when you go to a new town or a new state.
Tell us what happened.
How do you find out what's going on there that you would like to get involved in? You usually will go hashtag whatever the city or the state is and look and see what is going on, what people tag, that they feel is exciting. Second thing, you want to know what's going on in town, so you go to Facebook and you join groups, or you go to Instagram and you look for people to follow that are doing things in that particular town. So I'm doing the exact same thing, except I'm taking it a step further by sharing information to the people who might be in those areas. So if you feel that I am violating any kind of policy in your group, please send me a messenger request or a messenger note, and I will not share to your group. In fact, I will take myself out of your group so that I won't accidentally share to your group. So with that being said, thank you very much, everybody, for participating. I'd like to give a special shout out to Lisa Calderian. She donated $250 to the effort for the Neighbors Helping Neighbors initiative. She's also going to volunteer. She's also bringing 3 other people with her.
Wow.
So
outstanding.
Thank you. Exactly. I'm super excited about that. She's always, in fact, I'm going to tell you, between her and Marcus, they don't miss a show. They are, and that's why we are trying to keep this format in a way that it's more beneficial, especially to people. That's so funny. King David said, I'll be there tomorrow, and that's my aunt.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a small world. Thank you very much, David. We'll see you there tomorrow. And this is why I talk about things and announce what is going on, so people know that, look, I'm talking about it, and here's proof right there that the words are getting across. The message is clear. The initiative is great, and people are joining in. I really love my town. So I'm sorry if people are offended by me sharing to Lisa said, I'm second to Marcus just by creep. You are hilarious. But you know what? Every time I see you in public, you are so bubbly. You make me be excited. You're always excited. You're always positive. You've been one of the ones that shows up to every event because, you're Altadena. So, Lisa, we love you. I always tell you that. Thank you very much. And hopefully we can get some more people just like you to come out and help out. So I'm very appreciative of, and what's so funny? I'm appreciative of my friendships with these people. We just didn't meet each other yesterday or when the fire happened. I've been going to you guys' reunions. I'm a reunion crasher. So if you ever see me, I graduated in 85, but if you ever see me at anything from 81 to 88, I know all those people. I went to school with them. I started going to the school in 81. And I was a senior when most people that was in 88 were freshmen. But I made it a habit to get to know everybody because I cheated. I would get the yearbook. I read all the names and memorize the faces to the names. And I just say hi to everybody the next year. And people are looking at me like, who is this dude? He says hi to me every day. He knows my whole name. I say everyone's whole name. I don't even care. But yeah, man, I'm so glad that everybody is participating. I'm glad that we have this podcast to be able to keep enlightening people and bringing great cheer and messages and signs of hope. That's the only reason why I get up and do this every day. I mean, there's days I don't want to get up and do this at all. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. I'm still going through the 5 stages of grief or 12 stages of grief. I haven't even started the first stage. I avoided all of it and started this podcast with Jamal. Well, it was actually Jamal's idea to start it, but I indoctrinated him and said that was the clause. You got to help.
Glad I did.
And,
Absolutely. Very glad I did.
right. We've been 348 episodes in, man. 2 more days. 2 more episodes. We got 350 to start a new season. What's it going to be? Season 8.
Yeah. That's crazy. How quick.
And I haven't said this in a long time, but we are the longest running podcast in the world. ... Talking about Altadena. Just remember that. I mean, I would love to see other people join the fray. If you're starting, I'm just going to extend this welcome. If you are starting a podcast and it has anything to do with Altadena, come on our show and promote it. We're all about the town. We're all about the community. There's no competition here. I would love for you to be able to jump in the fray and say, hey, I would love for some builders to start a podcast. And if you need help with that, I will help you. Because I would like for people to be able to toot their own horns and be able to, put it out there about what they're doing. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of builders. Maybe you guys could do a builders emporium where you have 6 builders come on and you guys talk about the different things amongst yourselves to the audience. No one's ever seen that before,
True.
So, and that might just get all of you some business. The reason why we're doing these events is because it's not just for the community. It's for the people who haven't made a decision to build, people who need mental therapy, people who need something. That's why we have vendors and sponsors and things like that, because we want to make sure that you are getting the exposure to these people that you need so that you'll be able to make the sound decision that you need to make, because any decision you make right now is going to affect you for the rest of your life, especially dealing with this house that you're building back. So you better make it what you want it to be, because once that foundation is laid, there's no turning back. So,
True.
Hey, I'm glad that a lot of people I'm seeing, every time I share this, I get the joy of seeing all of the groups that approved it, and it just makes my heart smile, because I'm like, okay, Black events in Los Angeles did it. Going wrong with Huck, neighbors building a better Altadena. Everybody's jumping in. I'm appreciating it. Thank you guys so much for allowing us. Appreciate that. So today's Friday. Tomorrow is our first official. I don't know where Tony is. She must be. Now, I don't blame Tony for not even coming on today, because she got big things happening tomorrow. So she's trying to probably get all her ducks in a row. And I was gone yesterday because I went on a retreat sponsored by the Juicy Little Society. I got the personal invite. Actually, all 3 of us got the personal invite, but Jamal had to run the show. Somebody had to. And Tony couldn't make it because I think she had to go to another funeral. Is that what it was?
I believe so, yeah.
So, yeah.
She definitely, or she was prepping for this, I believe, as well. This project.
What's her name's funeral yesterday? Or was that last?
Aunt. Yeah.
I don't know if it was last Thursday or this Thursday. Time just goes by. But thank you, everyone, for just, sharing this with your people. We do now have a wiki that we're constantly updating. I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek because it's not quite finished, but I feel that you deserve to see what the Rock has been cooking.
Is it just a wiki, or is it a wiki? Shut up.
It's a wiki. Shut up.
Oh. Oh, I used to love it.
They got the nucleus.
Shut up.
Right. So here is not that one. Okay, you fix it.
My bad. How come it's not adding? Before, okay, add to the stage. Remove.
It says remove other media.
Add to the stage. There we go.
Okay. So this is our new wiki. You can find it by going to wiki.altadenatalks.org. We're pretty much going to document the archives according to Altadena Talks perspective, and based on what we've announced and what we've accomplished and done and who we brought on. So this kind of breaks it down into different parts. We will have all of our episodes on here soon. Right now, you can see that there's a few that are important. So if you wanted to go see how to start a nonprofit, rebuilding, finding resources, stuff that was way back, all you got to do is click this link right here and it'll take you right to the YouTube video of the topic. So as you can see, we have some here. I haven't put them all because these are what I call test runs, so I can make sure that every link works. If I put all 300 something on here, I'm not checking all 300 links at the same time. So of course, we have to verify everything that we do, so that otherwise it'll just be a bunch of AI slop up here, and we don't want that. So you got it broken down into the hashtags: Wellness Wednesdays, Way Back Wednesdays, Tony Talks. So if you go to hers, you can see the different things that she's done. The important people. It's broken down into rebuilding and legal. So you got the tax assessor, Chris Holden's episode, Sasha Perez's episode, things of that nature. And then we go down here to Eating Fire Recovery Hub, where you can see all the different informational links that we can give you to come see different things, soil and safety, all of that. Then we have our 6 programs that we created since we started this. It just wasn't just a podcast. In fact, the podcast is part of the 6 programs. This is just like one of our initiatives to get information out. It's more like a media dump of sorts. And so we have all the other ones. You can come here, especially with the Youth Media Storytelling Initiative. It tells you what demographic we're reaching, who's going to get the enrollment, and also I think I have curriculum and stuff up here, but I didn't put that yet. So you see some of these links aren't linking because I don't have the information up there yet, but I do have it. So actually, maybe I do have it because the links are on this side. It's just taking me to the location on the page. So, but those will be up there soon. So, stay tuned. And then we have the most important part is our governance and transparency. Shows some stuff that we've received, who our board of directors are, our public filings, all of our docs, our accountability and rebuttals from different investigative findings that people have shot out based on grants that people receive. The nonprofit launch toolkit, which is something that if you want to start a nonprofit, this is what you want to see. The nonprofit staff and volunteer handbook, which I will have filled in pretty much soon. So you'll be able to see all of that as well. And any grant readiness. If you want to know if you're grant ready, this is what you need to have up there so people can find you. This actually needs to be updated because we have the platinum seal of transparency now and upgraded from gold. So this pretty much gives you all of the information about Altadena Talks Foundation and what we're doing for the community. So I would take a look at that if you'd like, as well as some of our other websites. We have acmnla.la, which is our community media network, where we're going to start telling stories of different Altadena residents' experience. I don't know why this thing is taking all day. Internet must be slow. Then we have what we call Prototype, which is our Disaster Voices Lab. So this was a brainchild of what we did, as well as and I don't understand why these links aren't working because
it's technology, man. It's the nature of it.
Yeah, that's funny.
As soon as you want to share something,
it'll probably pop up now. I think I didn't have internet, but how could that be when I'm? Yeah, there it goes. I don't know what that was. But this is what we call the Altadena Community Media Network. This is going to be where we're going to have people's stories, being on location. We're going to set up different hubs where you can come and do a 15, 20-minute storytelling interview to get your story out there. This is also going to help if you're looking to get more grant money to help you rebuild or whatever. So people like to hear stories of other people's situations so that they can be compelled to help. So this is we just giving you some of our information of where we've been and what we've been doing. And so this is going to be basically a platform that we're going to use to get the information out there from the residents' perspective. And then the next one, let's see if I can do this without moving. There we go. I love that. This is what we call Disaster Voices Lab. This is going to be a prototype of what you need to do in case you're in a disaster. And I don't think anyone has come up with something from the community perspective on disasters. Yes, you'll see first responders and all the stuff you're supposed to do in case of an earthquake, fire, whatever. But we are putting together a kit that will have 2 cell phones, a hotspot, 2 tripods, and 2 lights so that you'll be able to get this and run with it from there. And we're going to show you how to form groups, how to join groups, how to get permissions to share the groups, and all of that. And of course, this one has information about what we've already done. And then we also have a school community that we're going to be launching through this. I can find it at the bottom here. Let's see if this is going to take me to it. Yeah, I'm not, I think I clicked the wrong button. Here it is. Actually, I was in the right spot. Okay. So this is our school community. We haven't launched it yet because it's not complete, but pretty soon we're going to have classroom videos in here where you'll watch 1 to 1.5 minute videos because we know everybody's got a short attention span. So it'll be similar to learning, like online based learning, but you'll get real world experience from us giving you commentary and stuff like that. So this community was started, I gotta look at the last date, in December, and the launch date is July. So we haven't exactly put all the information in here yet. But when we do, and I've got 4 members in here because those are the 4 members I'm using to test it. Once it's available, this thing is going to probably shoot up to like 2,000 or 3,000 members. There's going to be 3 tiers. There's going to be a free tier. There's going to be a tier that you pay monthly. And there's going to be a tier you pay annually. And the tier that you pay annually, if you are part of a disaster community or whatever, we will send you a kit so that you'll be able to do what you need to do. But you have to be in a disaster area in order to receive that. So I wouldn't recommend paying for that tier unless you already are in a situation where you need that. So just want to give you guys that information. I'm going to take this off and come back, and I'm glad to be able to have your ear for a few minutes so that I could tell you about that. And we do have a few people who have joined us on the Instagram page. We got,
On the gram.
of course, Charity Amor is joined. Killer Pandas has joined. Altadena Library, we always welcome you. King David, you just spoke and was spoken to. Signal Aware, the classic Ash. Miss Yale, that's my own girl Danielle, who I grew up with, and I've known her since 48. So then we got a few more. Yellow Helvetica, and Sherry's giving us some accolades. That's so awesome. Appreciate you. We're basically what it is, Sherry. And it's funny because she spells hers like Sherry says hers. And Sherry spells hers like Cherie says hers. It's so funny. But we wanted to be able to give something that will continue. We didn't just want to be a podcast. That was never the intention. The intention was to do things like what we're doing. Yard initiatives, creating events. When we did get our grant money, we were granting grants to people who needed them for events so that they could spread more word to you. Providing grants for food, grants for locations. A lot of people go, well, we needed grants to build our house. Well, I just say this one more time. I see a lot of people in these groups complaining about stuff, but I have never seen you once go sign up for something. We put this stuff out here. In fact, Altadena Chamber of Commerce, if you're a business in Altadena, they were giving you 2 years for $30. There's no excuse. And they open up the doors and give you what they call chamber bucks so that you can use $25. If you bought something for $50, you only had to spend $25 because you handed the business patron the card, and you're in. So I have never seen any town double, triple their efforts like Pasadena and Altadena. Because Pasadena is even involved because most of the stuff that we're doing are going to be in locations where there's still existing buildings and structures. So we'll have to do it Pasadena. We want to get our Sierra Madre people more involved if we can. And that's why we shoot these to all the groups. I'm in Sierra Madre's group. I'm in Eden Fire groups. I'm in
all of them too.
All of these groups. And Jamal does his part by sharing to the entities that I don't do that. He shares to the Altadena Library, the City of Pasadena, Chamber of Commerce, all of that stuff. So, and Tony has it on her page. So we stream this. If you were able to see, we have 6 Facebook pages, 3 of our own, all 3 of us, plus Altadena Talks, plus 2 other entities that are participating as well. Style Click Media and General Lee has graciously allowed us to use his platform with his 6,000 followers to get the word out as well. So, Jamal, you got anything you want to add?
Well, I was just going to throw this up here. Although you can't see the names of each of them, these are the different platforms that we're sending to that are going live right now. Everybody is getting the same post. So like you said, we have 6 Facebooks, 1 LinkedIn, 1 YouTube, 1 Switch, and 1 Instagram.
Oh, we got a little guest star today. What's going down?
So, good morning, gentlemen. So I tried to go live from a groundbreaking this morning at 10, and it was right below my parents up in Altadena. So what happened. I tried twice too. I was like, "Oh, come on, go live!" And
it's no internet,
no signal. Yeah, no signal. Yeah. So, but I tried. I was like, "I got to show this."
Look at you! You looking all professional today.
Yeah, because I have a few meetings, but I'm gonna come down to the office anyway. But I have some meetings out here, so I was like, and one is with it's an event that the Black Freedom Fund invited me to come to for an insurance commissioner who's running, Janice Kim or something. So that's at 3. So I was like, and I have another one. So I was like, I'm going to actually not be in sweats today.
Well, I'm the opposite. I got a t-shirt and shorts on and it looks gloomy.
It's very gloomy and it was a little misty on the freeway out here, but I'm just like, so it was cool because I had my parents come. We were all there together, and then we just went up to
pictures and video at least.
I did. I got pictures and videos. Yes, so okay. I'll have that because I was like, well, I can't go live, so I'm gonna just take pictures and vids and call it a day. So,
yeah, that's what I usually do when I can't go live.
Yeah,
if
Robert
you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, he's right on the corner of Mount Curve and Athens. Literally, if you drew a line from his house to our house, it would be right there. And so there was a whole crew that my parents, they were friends. I mean, these were basically my extended aunties and uncles and their kids or my cousins or whatever, because it was Robert and Edna. Edna did my prom dress. Let me tell you, Uncle Robert is one of the strongest men I know, because Auntie Edna died a long time ago, several years ago, probably 30 years ago. Then he married Pat. Pat died a few years ago. And then within, I think, a year after Pat died, a year and a couple months, the house burned down. And so today was his groundbreaking. Jeff Childs and Lori Childs are his children. And then Stacy and Shelly, that's not their last name, I forget. But anyway, so a lot of them were there. Amanda Klein, his granddaughter, was there, who takes care of him. And so it was really nice. And then Joyce Bush, who lives a few houses down from my parents on Wapello. And she was there, and her house has the framing up. And they're doing great. She didn't lose her garage, but the whole 2-story house burned down. So I don't know if they're doing 2 stories or not, but I just drove past. She's about 4 houses down from us, and just drove past her house. But I'm gonna tell you, if you go to Altadena and you miss it for even 1 week, by the time you go back, it's another, it seems like 100 homes. I don't even know how many, but it's so many houses going up, and that is so very encouraging, especially for our elderly, because and at the end I had Uncle Robert and my mom and dad take a picture, because Johnny and Clara are gone, Auntie Elva and Uncle Eddie are gone. There's still Auntie Darnell and Uncle Don over in Sierra Madre. They're at Upper Hastings, but like all the rest of that crew that they hung around, like Auntie Linda, Uncle Paul, they're all gone. And so I told them, I said, here, let's take a picture in front of your sign, because they're using the same builder. And so they did at the end, because, you know, my dad in 2 weeks will be 89. Mama's going to be 84 in September. Uncle Robert's right in that range. And he just spoke a little bit and said how he's been there. He had been there 42 years. And it's just crazy. It's at 59 years. And so to see like these elderly people coming back and having the resilience, like it not only teaches our generation, but generations to come, or our children and maybe grandchildren, because if they could own property that long and it burned down in a fire, and then they're resilient enough to be like, I'm coming back. Just like Sherry's mom at 99 years old, like, I ain't going nowhere, I'm coming back. So dope and so encouraging.
And you see the videos that Kendra's been putting out about her property.
Yeah,
I showed her the actual video of the internal today, because she's living with us. She was so excited about seeing it. And so I told Sherry, I said, look, you and your mom and Kendra need to meet, because y'all need to have none of the guys there. It needs to be a woman's touch put in that house.
Yeah.
You know, y'all need to sit down, and it's your mama's house. This ain't going to be no roommate station, you know, none of that. She needs to come back there, so she'll be encouraged to live another 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Because I'm telling you, I was praying this morning. I was on my way out here. I was like, Lord, can he get like 95 years, please? Because he's going to be 89. He's deteriorated a lot, my daddy, since the fire. But his mom passed at 86, his dad at 90. And I'm like, I need him to get some years in his house.
You're gonna be amazed when he get back in.
Yeah, he might live to 100. Yes.
That's going to be surging through him. He gonna feel like, let's form Voltron.
So let me tell you, we just got up to the lot, and I got out, and I was at the top of the driveway, and Mama comes. And so I opened the orange fence a little. She was like, oh, you don't have to do that. Your dad's not getting out the car. He said he's cold, and he don't want to, walk up the hill. I was like, okay. We on the lot talking, and look who come staggering up the hill, looking like he's gonna fall off the line. I said, hey, you need some help? I told him, right. I said, you need some help? He ignored me, right? Because he looked like he was going to stumble back down.
He's like, I've been walking down this street before you was born.
Well, probably not. We weren't there, right? But the fact is, he does not, and he told us, he keeps telling us anytime. Now, I'm real close to my dad, and if I see anything off, like he's going to stumble or whatever, I'm rushing, and he's like, I'm fine. I'm not going to fall. Knowing sometimes he'd be ready to topple over, right? But he keeps telling everybody, I'm not an invalid. And so I have to remember, let him have his independence. But I'm cautious because he's fallen a few times, right? And which is another reason that that I told Kendra, I said, you got to convince them not to have that separate detached garage, but go up that hill. And instead of going up another hill to the garage, curve it, make the garage attached to the house so they can get out and walk in the house. And so that means they're going to take down a lot. Yes, they're going to take down our whole second, because you guys have been up there and it's like a big long driveway. There was a house, and then we have another hump in the driveway where the garage was, and then the backyard. We have a pretty big lot. So we have like a double lot. When they were building in Altadena, we got a double lot. So and then we're up there talking, and he decides to go back to the car by himself. And I was like, oh, Jesus. So I'm like, I hope he holds the wall. I hope he holds the wall. And I told my mom, I said, look, why is he going down the middle and not on the wall? And she was like, he got it.
He want to be comfortable. He want to feel like he walking on his turf. Yeah.
Exactly. And on his terms, too. She was like, he got it. He got it. And I'm just like, she lets him be extremely independent, which, I mean, they've been married. It'll be 66 years next month. But I'm super cautious because I feel like, and I tell God all the time, Lord, can you wrap my daddy in bubble wrap, please? Because I don't need nothing to happen.
You know what they need? They got these clothes that when you feel like you're about to fall, an airbag opens up. And just even got one for you.
Right.
It's real, but it just looks funny.
Yeah,
you imagine you're about to hit a 45-degree angle, and all of a sudden this bubble wrap pops out around you and cushions your fall.
That's how I be feeling. Like,
figure out how to get up.
I be telling him, I be like, hey. He's like, but it's funny because I told you guys I'm like my dad's favorite, right? And he's my favorite too. But like I love my mom, but it's just something between me and my dad. And so I was talking to my brother last night. I hadn't talked to him for a minute, and I told him, I said, hey, I'm just doing a check-in. How you doing emotionally? My sister said, you know, you and her were starting to really feel it and starting the grieving process a couple months ago. Because you guys know when they called me that morning at 3:46, I sat straight up, I screamed, I cried, all of that. And then I started jumping in, and that's how I process and grieve, right? They kind of held it. They're like my mom. She don't cry about nothing. They held it or whatever. And so it's hitting them, you know. And my brother was like, no, it did really hit me because I started having really vivid dreams of our childhood, us playing outside and all this stuff. And it really hit me like it's all gone. And so I was like, okay. He said, but Tony, I'm so thankful that they are now going to rebuild, because it was so long that they were like, no, we're not rebuilding this and that. I said, yeah, but did you really think I was gonna let that like stay? And he was like, no, because he backed off and so did my sister. And I said, right. And I stayed the pain in the A because I'm going to bug them. And I had told them, oh, you're going to rebuild that house, you know. And my sister and brother, when they were getting the pushback from my parents and they were snapping at them, they was like, okay, we ain't gonna say nothing. But I stayed on their neck like constantly until they met and decided on their builder. Because I was like, no, I'm not gonna let you have a house for 58 years and it burned down and just decide you're gonna be vagabonds and be all over the place now. No, you're gonna rebuild. So my brother was like, yeah, and that's why we let you do your thing, right? So and it's funny because I can work on my dad and they could work on my mom and you know all this, but so he said, I'm just really relieved, Tony, and so he's like settled things now, right, and processed it and everything. But so yeah, that's where I was. So I apologize for not coming in because I really tried, but you know, up in Altadena right now, there's just no signal still, so it is what it is.
Well, I just want to let you know that according to the permit, there's 49 houses that have been completed, 1,417 rebuilding right now,
Awesome.
and 2,511 permits issued, and 2,880 building plans have been approved.
That's awesome.
So that's great. I mean, people are now starting to like, and I love the fact that a lot of these people are actually getting their homes and saying, come take a look at it before we do anything.
Absolutely.
Because people want to know. I would love to go and look at your house. I mean, when I first moved to Santa Clarita back in 2004, me and my wife bought a house at the time. Everybody moved in at the same time. It was like one of those subdivisions where they released the keys to everybody that day. So people were walking into everyone's houses. Yeah, I ain't never experienced that.
Me either.
Especially being the only black dude up there in the.
Oh yeah.
People kept walking in your house like, oh hey, hi, we're your neighbors. We just wanted to see plan look like? I said, there's only 3 plans, and you've probably seen the other 2.
Right. You're like, yeah, nah.
I didn't walk in anybody's house. I'm not like that. That's not my
Me
thing.
either.
I don't want you to walk in my house like that, so I don't do it to you.
I'm finna circle the block. I just passed Altadena Collective. I'm finna circle the block and just walk in and be like, hey, what up? They're gonna be like,
Oh,
Tony.
She gonna be having her fat. Remember back in the day when little girls had fashion plates, that little thing where you could take the little things and put a different top, different thing, and then you could trace it. My sister had it. That's the only reason why I remember. She said, "Don't be touching my designs." I'm like, "You're 8 years old."
Hey, she could have been becoming a designer, bruh. Don't touch her stuff, like she said.
My mom had a sewing machine, so she taught my sister how to sew. And then my sister taught me how to sew because I didn't want to ask my mom. She's like, "That's not for young men." I'm like, "I want to tailor my own clothes. I don't know what you're talking about."
It's just
I'm going to the thrift store.
Yeah.
Man, it comes in handy to this day.
Right. Anybody. Look, it's a lot of male designers and seamstress and all of that. It ain't, but that's the thing. Now, we're not necessarily bound by those traditional roles. Like growing up, it was you're a girl, you do all girl stuff. You're a boy, you do all boy stuff. And, I kind of was like you, bunking it during the middle because in high school, I wasn't taking sewing and all that. I was like, I'm a girl. I automatically know how to do it. I just knew, like, inside, I knew how to do it because I was a girl. So that's why I took auto mechanics instead for like 3 years. I was like, I'm going to learn how to change. And I've done an engine, a transmission.
I hear all them old cars that they used to allow us to work on.
Yeah. And then I went to Citrus College for my first year because I hated school, didn't want to go anywhere. And I did it there too. So I was like, I'm going to learn how to do all this bleeding brake calipers and change head gaskets and all that. Like I've done all that. So, because I was
sound like the girl on My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, yeah. I was like, why do I have to do all that little girl?
It's got positive attraction.
Even though I'm super girly, I just felt like I need to learn that. That's different.
Kylan's daughter is really, really pretty. But that girl knows how to drum a transmission. It's got a YouTube channel. And I'll be looking like, so I saw her with him at Reg's memorial. And I said, he goes, "You met my daughter?" I said, "Yeah, she's the Fast and Furious mechanic."
Okay.
All the girls on there know how to work on cars and they're all pretty. So I call it the Fast and Furious.
I'm telling you, it's an amazing skill to have. And, I've done plenty of my own brakes and all that stuff. It's like, look, I don't have to have nobody come and charge me. Now, I wouldn't do it, right? Because I got boys.
Well, not with these newer cars either. They got all kind of highfalutin electronics.
And this one is a whole everything electronic. So, I'm not even thinking about doing nothing on this. But yeah, if it's an older car, whatever, it's like, learn what you can, man, and do your thing. Jamal, I'm sorry, me and Brian just talking like you're not even there. You're so quiet.
Oh, we only got a minute 20 seconds left before it's an hour.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just letting y'all talk. You do your thing.
I'm glad
Tony,
I got to pop in.
Danielle said, I gotta put it up here. She said, "That's awesome because I can barely put air in my tire."
Baby, I was not gonna have to be dependent on a shop or a man to do whatever. Like, let me learn something, and that's just what I wanted to do. So I did. But yeah, if you can, like, whatever skill you can learn, and I do think you should know how to do all the other stuff.
You got an awesome husband who probably takes care of your every need and want. So I don't worry about you too much.
So yeah, it's a little bit different. But yeah, it's just amazing in Altadena, y'all. If you are away and haven't been there, seriously, if you wait even 1 week, when you go back, like I was telling my mom, we're on Wapello all the way at the end at Mount Curve, but on Wapello between Marengo and Santa Anita, that part gets real narrow. And when I tell y'all, everybody in that part is going to be home at the exact same time, because I drove through there yesterday and I was like, my God, it's like all the whole block is built up. And so it's really neat to see all the houses, and the fact that seriously, most of these people are going to be getting keys back to back, moving home, because I told my mom, yeah, I said it's going to be nice because nobody wants to be home by themselves, right? In a neighborhood by themselves. Theirs is the only house built or whatever. And so like on my mom's block, Joyce Bush, her house is up. My mom and them are going to break ground. They'll be home before Thanksgiving on that part between Lake and Mount Curve. But on that block of Wapello, actually Wapello, over past Marengo to Fair Oaks has some of the houses coming. But if you drive Wapello between Marengo and Santa Anita, when I tell you, you can't hardly put one car through because there's trucks and stuff on each side. But every single house in that block, they're either building where it's up, or they're breaking ground and putting the foundations or something. But it's pretty amazing to see. And when you drive all through, I just drove on Athens because I could see off of Lake going west. It looked like an apartment complex. But then when I drove, it's like a house, but everybody's really taking advantage to make sure their families are good. And if you have generational stuff like a grandparent and a parent and grandchildren, and you can expand and everybody live together to help, pay mortgage and save on money and all that, go for it. And then people are doing ADUs. So it's pretty neat to see. I know a lot of people are mad that SB 9 is allowing developers and others to buy and put apartments. But if you have a single home and want to do an ADU, this is the time to do it because the rules and regulations are allowing for that. And so super excited to see that Altadena is building up tremendously and people are going to be back home very soon.
I can see the coffee building behind you.
Yeah, I just pulled into the parking lot. You see it up there?
Yeah.
To the roof.
To the window.
But look at all this stuff I went and bought last night for tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And there's more in the back of the trunk part. And then I got to go this evening, and buy 2 big lawnmowers. So, as of last night, it was like 194 people on the list. But there's a gentleman that works named Richard. I got to call him in a little while, that works at JPL, but he's part of Altogether. And he, what did he do? Oh, he applied for and got a grant. I'm looking at the little boy to be going around seeing if people put their things on their cars. And when I parked here, because I had arguments with him before, I dare him to give me a ticket because I'm parked in a handicap spot. And if you have a handicap placard up, even in parking lots that are pay here, you don't have to pay. So they be looking, and I'm like, I wish they would give me a ticket, because all I'm gonna do with the ticket is take it. You send in a picture of your placard, which is hanging, and they dismiss it. And I always take a picture of where I park, right? Because it's like, y'all don't know California state law about it. So I'm parking here and I'm not doing a pay. You don't have to pay for handicap. Even in green spots, you could park like where there's green on the curb and put your placard up, and you can't get cited. You don't have to pay all that. Anyway, like the 20-minute or whatever. So he just walked around my car. So that's what I was looking at, because I'm like, boy, don't be going taking no pictures or nothing, because even when I get out this car, you better not put no ticket. But so what was I talking about? Oh, so tomorrow, so this guy got a $30,000 grant from CAL FIRE to clean lots. And so I'm going to call Richard soon because they want to collaborate. So more and more people are hearing about what we're doing. I have several on the list of homeowners, and they've told some family and friends. I'm telling y'all, I want like 80 or so people to show up tomorrow. I hadn't heard from Jasmine, but a little while ago when I was taking the video and pictures, she called me. So I'm gonna call her back to see how many people are signed up through LA Works, tell her where we're going. I had a call with John from Altogether, Michelle White, and Heavenly yesterday. And the trash for the county, the trash for the lots in Altadena, they're going to pay people to pick up and dump still, because the county sent the email saying they're still working on it. I also got an email, in that email from the county, that no one will get fined for another year. So even if people get a weed abatement notice right now from the county, Well, they will not. That was really loud. They will not get fined for another year. City Pasadena, we talked about that yesterday in real time as those emails came in. They've extended the period from 2 weeks to 30 days for the initial notice. Still not a fine, but they're going to refer people to us. And I gave them the flyer and the links where people can sign up. So they said that when they go out, their code compliance, they'll let those lots that burn down know that we are doing this. So I think after tomorrow, because media will be there and more people will know, it's going to blow up. But I wanted to blow up to the point as well that people give us funding to continue doing it. I sent the letter off to Ryobi. I got to send it also to Home Depot, but I gave it to a couple people and they know Home Depot reps that they're going to try to get it to so that I don't have to keep going buying all this stuff, and they give it to us. And so, yeah, it's just progressing. There's a gentleman I met recently, and he called me this morning because he has a book. He writes books, but then he has his own publishing company. And he said, hey, I was thinking last night, Jackie Joyner Kersey, I'm having her do an event with me, and she's going to give away 10,000 books to children. So I want to bring it to Altadena, because all the kids that have been affected by this fire, I want to make sure we donate and have her and others, donate to the kids and bring books and all that. So that is to come. We'll talk more in detail about that next week, the gentleman. But all the connections right now that are coming to me, I'm so thankful for, because to me, if they come to me, that means they're coming to Altadena, because everything I'm doing right now, basically, or all of us, is about our town. So, super excited. Whoever's going to come out tomorrow, we will be at 1030 East Mendocino. And we need lots of bodies, because one lot, which is on the corner of Santa Anita and Altadena Drive, when I tell you, and I just drove by it, it looks like a jungle, and I'm going to need about 20, 30 people in that lot alone. I was like, oh my gosh. So we're just going to knock it all out, do everything we can tomorrow, and whatever we can't get done, we will extend. Also on the call yesterday, it was suggested that I definitely do Fridays and Saturdays, but also Sundays. Heavenly said she was going to reach out to Church of Scientology, because I know in the beginning they brought a lot of people out. She said some people were like, nah, I don't want them on my lot. And I said the same for this. If people don't want them on their lot, fine. And I don't want them to come and bother and try to convert anybody. If you come in to work and serve and help, I'm not opposed, but don't come with all them shenanigans. So that's where we are. Hopefully it'll be a lot more. Michelle says she has a few, but there's more people that are available the 23rd. So I know for a fact we'll get however many tomorrow, but we'll have a lot more next week. And but we got 10 lots on the list that we're in tomorrow, 8 a.m., 1030 East Mendocino, if anyone wants to come out and help. So that's the update for today on that.
You heard it here first, folks. So
I get on and I just start running my mouth, and took up 20 minutes just running my mouth. So sorry.
Well,
back to the program.
That's why we did the announcements first.
As you knew, so Tony might pop in and talk.
Well, now it's time for all of us to pop off so that we can get on with the rest of our day. It was great having everyone come on. I sung praises to a lot of people today. Lisa Calderian, thank you very much for your gift, and your gift of bringing people tomorrow to help out. She's bringing 3 or 4 folks.
She is. So, I saw them this morning, and they put, we're part of Lisa's crew on the list. I was like, that's so
okay.
dope.
Right.
They literally put that in the notes.
Yeah, so
so excited.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow at one of the lots that will.
And everybody, I want to come, when they come tomorrow, I'll take pictures, videos, post it, and say how people can, in the future, partner with us, join, and be there and help.
And tag us. Please tag us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Use the hashtag Altadena Neighbor Initiative, or something. We have to come up with one.
Neighbors helping neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. ATF Neighbors Helping Neighbors. One hashtag of ATF and the other ATF. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Toodles, y'all. Happy actually Friday, not Friday Junior.
That's right. That's right.
Happy Friday.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Tune
Bye,
in
everyone.
on Monday. Peace.